Hey everyone. So, you're getting ready for the PTE academic exam, and you've probably heard about this one task called Describe Image. I know, it can sound a little scary at first, but trust me, it's not as bad as it seems. We're going to break it down with a super simple plan that you can use for any image. Okay, so imagine this pops up on your screen. Your first reaction is probably something like, whoa, how on earth am I supposed to describe all of that in just 40 seconds? And you know what? That's completely normal. But here's the good news. You don't have to. There's a much simpler way to handle this, and we're going to go through it right now. All right, so first things first. Before we dive into the winning strategy, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what this Describe Image task is really all about. Let's cover the absolute basics. So here's the deal. An image will appear on your screen. It could be anything really. A chart, a map, a photo. You'll get just 25 seconds to look at it and figure out what you're going to say. Then you'll hear a beep, the microphone opens, and you have exactly 40 seconds to describe what you see. Here's a quick look at the numbers. You can expect about 5 or 6 of these image tasks in your test. And remember those times? 25 seconds to get ready, 40 seconds to talk. Now, here's a really important point. This task only affects your speaking score. That's it. So you don't need to stress about your reading or writing scores here. Okay, now for the fun part. The best thing about this is you don't need a different plan for every type of image. Nope, we're going to use one simple 3-step plan that works for absolutely everything the test can throw at you. I want you to think of your 40 seconds like a tiny little speech. It has a clear beginning, a middle, and an end. So for the first 10 seconds or so, you'll do your introduction. The next 20 seconds are the main part where you talk about the key features. And in the last 10 seconds, you'll just wrap it up with a quick conclusion. Let's look at each one. Step 1, the intro. This is so easy. All you have to do is say what kind of picture it is, and then just read the title out loud. You can use this exact sentence every single time. So if you see a bar chart and the title is Annual Rainfall in London, you just say, this bar chart shows information about annual rainfall in London. Boom, introduction done. Now for the main part, step 2. And listen, this is the most important secret to remember. You are not supposed to describe everything you see. That's impossible. Your only job is to find 2, maybe 3, of the most obvious things on the image. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be a good observer. So what counts as a key feature? Well, it's simpler than you think. If you have a graph, just find the highest point and the lowest point. If it's a map or a photo, just talk about the main things you see. And if you get a process diagram, the easiest thing to do is just talk about the very first step and the very last step. Always keep it simple. And finally, step 3 is our conclusion. Just like the introduction, we're keeping this super easy. You just give a quick, general summary to finish your answer before time runs out. You could say something like, in conclusion, this image shows that the topic is important. This just gives a nice, clean ending to your description. Okay, so we've got our 3-step plan. Now let's talk about a few practical tips to help you use it, especially when you're looking at different types of pictures and you have to talk about numbers without tripping over your words. You can probably see the pattern here, right? The main idea is always the same. For a bar or line graph, you're looking for the highest and lowest points. For a pie chart, what's the biggest slice and what's the smallest? For a process, you just point out the start and the finish. And for a map or photo, just describe the main thing you see. You're always just hunting for the most obvious info. Now, this tip is a real game changer. Let's talk about numbers. Trying to say 19.8% when you're nervous can make you pause, but look how much easier it is to just say nearly 20%. Or instead of 5,042, just say slightly over 5,000. Using words like about, nearly, or approximately is your best friend here. It helps you keep talking smoothly, and that's what gets your points. Okay, we all know that sometimes we get nervous or we see an image that just looks really confusing. It happens. So it's super important to have a plan for what to do if you get stuck. Let's talk about common mistakes and, most importantly, your emergency plan. First, let's talk about what not to do. The number one biggest mistake is silence. If you stop talking for more than 3 seconds, the microphone just turns off, so you have to keep talking, no matter what. Second, don't try to analyze it. You don't have to explain why something happened, just say what you see. And finally, forget about being perfect. If you say the wrong word, just move on. Fluency is way more important than accuracy. So what if you see a super weird image and your mind just goes blank? Here is your emergency plan. It's so simple. First, just read the title out loud. Then, read any other words or numbers you can find. If you're still stuck, Seriously, just start talking about the colors or the shapes. The only goal is to keep your voice going for all 40 seconds. We've covered the strategy, the KIPs, and what to do when you panic. But now I want to share the single most important thing to remember for this task. I promise, if you understand this one idea, it will change how you think about this whole thing. This right here is the golden rule. Please burn this into your brain. The Describe Image task looks like it's testing your ability to understand charts and data, but it's not. It is actually a test of how fluently you can speak English, and it's just pretending to be a math test. Let me be crystal clear. The computer that's grading you does not care if you have a brilliant analysis of the data. It's listening for one thing and one thing only. Can you speak English smoothly and continuously for 40 seconds? That's it. That's the real test. Speaking without long pauses is how you get the big points. So the main thing to take away from all of this is simple. Focus on speaking smoothly. Don't worry about understanding every little detail. Don't stress about getting every number exactly right. Just stick to your 3-step plan and focus on keeping your voice flowing. Practice this simple structure, and I promise you're going to feel so much more confident. Just focus on fluency. You're ready for this. You've got this.